views and opinions expressed on the Big Llama Show are those of the host and guest. They do not reflect that of our sponsors, advertisers, or employers. Enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Shit, it's in the she ruckus. Dead beat, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Wagon to the million, Louis V about that. Stacking paper limitless, what you know about that? I'm getting paper, seats in the cloud, hands up in the air. Wagon to the million, Louis V about that. Stacking paper limitless, what you know about that?
Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show, the most consistent running episodic show on the internets today. The Big Llama Show is brought to you by many, but the show only works with my co-host Blackout AD. Blackout AD, man, welcome to the show. But with you, you got somebody trailing you, man.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got a special guest today.
Uh-oh.
We got Medium Llama making his first official appearance. He's made a little cameos in the background and stuff, but officially,
I've been in the comments a little bit.
I'm in the comments. This guy might be Bruce, dude.
Yeah, I know. He might be Bruce. That's why we brought him on. We want to grill him to see if he's Bruce.
See if he's Bruce.
No, so again, welcome to the show, AD.
Thank you, bro.
You know, Big Poppy wanted to come on. Medium Llama wanted to come on last week, and the door was locked. He couldn't come into the studio. So I decided to use my leverage as dad and, get him a job as our intern / producer /
chat manager.
Yeah.
Chat manager.
Regulator.
So we got to say, hey, the new background, you see the new layout?
Oh, yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
This guy, it was his first duty.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Yeah, shout out
Appreciate
to the new overlays and background. That's all him. So that's one of his first jobs that he gave, that we gave him, and he's certain to, so he's already started. He's letting us know, Jay Birdie,
right
average size
llama. Okay.
Although he is bigger than me height-wise. So.
Yes, taller, stronger, maybe not, but height-wise, yes.
You're not as thick as your father, brother.
No, I can't be as thick as him.
Your father's a thick boy.
That is a thick man. I can't be. It's impossible to be.
You're getting there, though. I see the gym pictures.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Try my best.
Photoshop.
I mean, clearly he's good with it. He got the overlay. He's good with it.
Oh man. So we have a Big Poppy here to help us out with the chat. He's going to join us to come in on a couple of topics here and there, but for the most part, he's here to support. So welcome to the show. Well, now let's get your name official. So you put Big Poppy.
Oh yeah, AG. I did. I was supposed to change it. I wanted to run with the joke of saying a medium size or average size llama, but I forgot to change it. But that's what I use for all my like social media handle and stuff like that. So that's why.
What do you want to be called?
I'm just putting like average size llama. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
That's AO right there.
Average llama. Oh, here we go. Hercules says 63 episodes in, and we got a producer.
Oh my gosh,
stepping up big time.
I try my best. To be as good of a producer as possible. Although it's my first day on the job, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll figure it out.
And I'm digging the background. You see this?
Yeah, I tried to make it as interesting as possible.
I gotta turn my lights off now, and I like how he has it on the big screen in the background. It's like
that's what I did. Yep.
Multiverse of madness. Making me want to turn my lights on.
Go for it.
It's not working.
It's not in the budget. It's not in the budget.
Oh, there you go. Producer, help!
I'm trying to get on it.
Oh, you got him up. Look at that. I asked for help. He makes it happen. Let's go.
Exactly. A snap of the finger.
Right.
I'm on there.
Well, producer, let's start at the top of the chat. Let's see who we got coming in right around 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. There we go.
There you go. So we had Hercules Outlaw letting us know Llama and AD in the house that we're getting ready for the show.
Let's go.
And so Jay Birdie with the Bing Bong bitches.
Yeah, we got to get you to make a Jay Birdie YouTube, brother.
Yeah.
so we know what it is.
For sure. Gabe's here to talk about Big Llama.
Let's go.
All right.
We got
We're
Chat
actually
Mom.
just streaming together.
Oh, look, he knows the Chat Mom.
He knows
I know. I've seen Chat Mom's a fan of me, so I have to keep it up. I have to make sure that I know who's here. Doing a little bit of research as producer to make sure I know who's here and who's not.
He spent the first couple nights just scouting us out, just knowing. So when he comes on the drive, this is what happens.
Yeah.
This is the culture.
I gotta see how they talk. I gotta see how it works. I gotta fit in well.
Let's go.
Let's see. Hercules says the most consistent channel on YouTube. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
And he was shouting you out. He said Medium Llama's in the house.
And Chat Mom.
Well, yeah, Chat Mom says the baby llama appears.
Like a wild Pokemon.
The shiny
Not a
one.
shiny one. Not a shiny one yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We have to earn it.
Yeah,
you gotta earn it.
You gotta do a couple soft resets.
Yeah, I gotta evolve a couple times and then
Medium Llama from Roman 2 Roll. Let's go.
There you go.
Look at that. Average size.
That's a better name.
Be different though. I like medium because he goes by big, but average size is cool just because.
Average. I'll take an average size. It's in the middle. It's in the middle.
Yeah, they can't be. They can't be mad with average. It's average.
Exactly.
9 times out of 10, that's what they're gonna see. It's average.
None better, none worse. Just there.
Gabe says he has a better setup than me. Okay,
hey, his background looking clean.
I know. Like, I got to step my game up back here.
We tried to fix it. We did try to fix it that one time.
We did.
Because we tried the test run, and he was like, "Where'd you get all those LED lights?" He's like, "I want all those LED lights." We tried in there, and it just. We're still working on it. It's a tweak.
It's a work in progress.
Producers got to get on that. That's the next job they got to do.
That's right.
New job.
Yeah.
Fix the
producer
lighting.
and then set manager.
Oh look, Chris Gillen says, "Yo, I know that dude.
Yeah.
He's talking about you." All right,
Jay Bizzle.
That's right, from the Jay Bizzles in the house. Let's see. He said, "LOL, Big Llama locked him out." Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Llama's not letting nobody walk in or out of the studio.
No, I was ready to come in and say hi, and he'd lock the door.
No, it's like that on air comes on. You don't come in. There's nobody's allowed in.
Yeah, no.
Medium Llama 1v1 against Roman 2 Raw.
I can see that. Medium Llama might take him though.
And
I
what?
think so.
Probably, I don't know. COD. 1v1 COD, bro.
I haven't played in a while.
He's not that bad. I just toyed around with him for a little bit for stream content purposes.
Let's see.
That
was the goal of this. It's a recorder. Yeah, that was the vibe you're trying to get out. Hey, you come in here. You're like, oh, what are we making today? I was like, I'm not that kind of producer. That would be pretty cool though, but I can't. I can make like a little 1-2 beat. That's about it. That's all you can get. You got to come with your own beats, and then I'll just supply you with the room.
You gotta link with your dad. You know, dad used to be a little DJ. You know, you got.
I know. He told me
that. Show mama.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a Llama stream where I'm just DJing for one night.
That would be sick, honestly. I would like to be there in person. I could be your hype man.
That's right. I need someone to run. I need someone to talk while I'm mixing because I can't do both.
Did you hear that?
Wow.
Live ad libs. This is crazy.
Hercules says, Angie, you're a beast with the layout game. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, brand new. This is nice.
Something simple.
This is your mannerisms are the same. So cute. Okay. Like, except I don't do the hair flip. I got no.
It's a little heavy.
Gotta throw it back one time.
Every time
every time a hot girl comes in the chat, hit him with one of those. Oh, she looks hot. Throw it one time.
Anyways.
Let's see. She says that's your room. That's a big ass room.
Thank you. I mean, it doesn't. It's not like a master bed. It's definitely not a master bedroom, but It gets the job done. It helps me sleep, and I wake up, and then I get out of the room, and I get back in the room. It does the job. Doesn't matter about the size as long as it gets the job done. That's
Hey, listen, average size llama right there. You know what I'm saying?
average size room, average size llama.
There you go.
That's all I need.
That's
He's
it.
on
Just
break.
put average in front of anything that's there, and I got it locked down.
This is what we read already. We had that.
Oh
we
yeah,
have
we
a
already got that
producer.
one. We already got that. We got that one too.
It's already a better debut than Roman 2 Raw Lollipop.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let's see.
Even though he came back and did a good episode, I feel he's never gonna live that down.
What
It's
happened
tough.
the last
It's
time?
tough.
Listen,
It's forever in internet fame. So
this guy, we're gonna meme him off one of our first episodes. But yeah, this guy came on, his internet wasn't working, he didn't say words. And then we had Jaybird on with us as well. So it was like all four of us, and he just didn't talk. And at one point, Big Llama said, he's like, hey, you want to say something? You want to input?
That's trying to be
That's
nice.
what I thought was a
you good over
hilarious
there?
part. Because that was good. That was like a good host, but also it was just hilarious. Like, oh, yeah.
It was just like a funny moment to have. See. He can redo it, right? Did he redo it?
No, he redid it. He redid it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he
had a
redeem
good
himself at
episode.
least?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's all that matters.
Let's see. She was Chat Mom said she was going to go to sleep though this episode, but now she can't.
Can't sleep on any episode.
Oh, there you go. That's right.
She was saying in the chat earlier, like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm so tired. So hey, we're glad you're here, Chat Mom. We're glad you're here.
We're glad.
Keep your tab open though, even if you fall asleep.
Yeah,
These
let's
guys are my
see.
heroes.
Shout out her.
I try
Who
my
is
best.
this? Do anyone know this guy? Johnny Elite 45 for life. Angie in the multiverse of madness.
No, don't. Welcome.
Is this someone you know there?
If I'm looking at I don't know if I can tell right off the bat. Maybe if they shoot me a text after, then I'll figure out who it is. But right now I cannot. I don't know who it is. But thank you.
I said the multiverse of
Exactly.
madness comment, so shout out to you.
Right. Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir.
See, the DJ.
Llama Delic.
Delic.
Oh, look, he changed the name. That's fire.
Oh, he did. All right. So now we
There you
know it's
go.
Jay Birdie. Yeah, he said better for sure. Median Llama can help me produce my first Jaybird diss track. Oh,
I'll be there for that.
Okay.
I can help you with that.
That would be content. we should make a series where they like battle each other. They make 2 diss tracks, and then we set them
bring
up
it
in like
back
a
in the
coffee
middle.
shop and battle each other.
There's a Jay Birdie says my diss track to Gabe titled "Big Noggin No Brain Bird Noises in the Distance." Let's see. We got our kids in walk-in closet-sized rooms.
The Harry Potter room. Underneath the
Oh
stairs.
wow, that's good.
That's what mine is. It's like that. You know, it's kind of like a Harry Potter thing. The door's real small from the other side, so it throws you off when you walk in. You're like, whoa, where did this go? Yeah, I live in Hogwarts. It's nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing
You walk through platform 3/4.
Yeah. Look at some. I gotta get there at like 9 a.m. for class.
We haven't talked about this narrative in a while. I thought we were gonna let it die for a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm making a diss track at some point when I leave. I have to. It's just.
Yeah, you have to leave with dropping that bomb.
Yeah.
Mike,
I'm
drops and
slandering
everything.
you guys. You guys are gonna be trending. I'm just gonna slander you guys every day. Those guys suck over there. I'm just gonna go crazy. The whole
God.
3 weeks that I'm gone, you know what I mean? The 3 weeks of Llama episodes without me.
That's the time frame. 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Okay.
Llama show terms because I'm not trying to be gone too long. I don't want the fans to miss me that
3
much.
Sundays.
Yeah, 3
Three
Sundays.
3 Sundays is what I'm gonna be out for.
Let's see.
Leave Gabe
Gabe.
alone.
Let's see what we got next. Me and AD need to win Evo first.
Yo, we've been playing that multiverses game, and we looked up the tournament. The first tournament was 100K, and it was in beta.
It's like an official one? It's like
Evo, which is like the biggest. Evo's like a fighting convention where it's just like all the tournaments: Mortal Kombat, Tekken.
Any
Any
like
fighting
those,
game.
highlight videos come from.
Yeah, any fighting game that they do competition is at Evo. Like that's like the World Series of fighting games. Fighting game.
100K
content.
already?
But for the beta, it was 100K. So me and Bird were like, the first night we were washing people. We were like, yo,
We got this.
did they have a tournament? And I was like, oh, they were at Evo last week. And it was like 100K. We were like, yo,
It's
Bro,
crazy how much it already grew, considering that it hasn't even like fully come out. It just came out, right? Fully.
yeah,
It's like
I think it kind of like went into like it's
like a
like post
trial
beta
season.
mode. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the official game yet, but it already broke records on how much it sold so far. So it's like the game's gonna grow big, and like I said, 100K in the beta for a tournament. That means in my
Especially,
head, next year 200, 300K easy,
yeah.
and then
And
anything
especially when they
beyond
keep
that.
adding people, like it's such a
And it's WB, so they have such a long character
like
list that it's
broad
crazy.
variety of everything.
Yeah,
Never
I mean,
thought
think
you would
about it.
see
You got
like
Superman versus Shaggy, like
yeah, like you wouldn't be able to see that like at all.
yeah.
And they're just like, let's throw it in a game. Let's see what happens.
For sure. So I'm excited. But we're really good. At one point, we were like 120 and like 20 in our record. We were washing people.
Oh wow.
When we lose though, people beat us very very bad. They're very good, but like majority of people, I've never been this good. And like Birdie's ungodly at the game. So I was like, yo, we got to go to this tournament. Just see, because we can make content around it. Like if we go to the tournament, we can vlog the experience. But if
It's
we somehow
crazy
win,
how, yeah, well, it's like weird how, like off the bat, you would think that there would automatically be like so many issues with the game, but like
yeah,
there's not
it's
been
pretty
many
smooth.
except for like Iron Giant. That's the only complaint
that
everybody
sucks.
has.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Giant's
But it's
terrible.
like even without it, it's still like for people who are just getting into it, it's like easy to get into, and there's no
It's
like
basically Smash Brothers, which I think brilliant
yeah,
concept
but
for taking
for
it.
how long it's been, like Smash is like complete. I feel like they're not gonna like break as much as Smash, but
Mm.
it's definitely gonna be up there, like along with like the fighting games with like all the tournaments and stuff. But considering that it's like free and everybody's already getting like hooked on it and they like it,
Yeah,
it's just gonna grow.
for sure. Yeah.
I'm undefeated,
excited.
by the way. I'm undefeated.
Did you
I'm
play against
2-0.
bots? Or did
I'm
you
2
play?
0.
Was it with bots?
I played against somebody. I'm 2
Oh,
0.
okay, okay.
He 1v1. Oh wow, let's go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Llama's
That's
Llama's from that fighting game generation where they went to like bowling alleys to play video games.
Yeah.
I'm a button masher, bro. I can mash with the best of them.
My mom too. Yo, my mom is ungodly at video game or like fighting video games. Like even when I actually started playing games, I like bought Mortal Kombat and she beat me, and I was like, why? Why are you?
I don't
why
even
are
wanna
you
play
this
this
good, dude?
No, listen, I played and I was sweating, man. I was cramping. I was like, ugh! And then I figured out I was playing with Steven Universe,
Oh,
and I figured out the combo. I figured out like you lay this thing down, you smack him into it, and he goes flying 50 feet. So figured it out, button mashed my way through, and I beat the guy 2 times. So 2-0. 2-0 right now.
2-0.
Undefeated.
That's not bad.
I'm going to retire undefeated right now.
No, I'm not gonna play again.
smart man. Get to 5 though. Get to 5. Be a real man. Do it. Do it at 5.
5 call it.
Sick.
Do a couple teams one.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Gabe says his debut was ruined by Jaybird's presence and bad Wi-Fi.
No.
And he's also saying that it's an open beta right now. I think that's what he just
Yeah.
So
Like I
And,
said, it's super early in stages. Like I think they have a plethora of characters like in the works, like waiting to come out because they already announced like Rick and Morty, which those are gonna be like huge characters for people. I'm pretty sure.
I heard they were gonna put like Breaking Bad characters in there. I'm like, I don't know.
No,
how
that
you
would be crazy.
Oh,
That
I
would
saw
honestly
people
be
already
nuts
talking
if they
about
did
that.
Heisenberg, bro. That's it. I've got him. Like that's it. I would.
That's
buy
the
it.
WB project.
I
didn't
don't
that.
know if it is. Maybe.
They
Who
said
knows?
that was in like the leak. Like the leak was like the 2 characters that just came out, the Gremlin and Black Adam, were in that leak. So they're like saying like, oh, we're gonna get all these characters and stuff like that. And I was like,
Yeah.
What-
I don't know how you're
Well,
gonna
if
put them
you-
in the game, but
I don't
I
know.
mean, if you watched the new LeBron James Space Jam, you saw what the WB has in its library, and it's got an extensive library.
God.
Like
That's a
that
brilliant
movie.
take.
That movie is going to give you the preview of every character they could put on the screen, which is going to be like for content wise in terms of like the people buying the seasons, it's going to be ridiculous.
yeah.
And I know I see Herc said it in the chat, but it was something I was gonna bring up too. But Mortal Kombat, me and Birdie were talking about Mortal Kombat.
Oh
like,
yeah, I
characters
saw
being
them
in
that
this
they were gonna
game.
put like
that would be sick if they let that.
like-
And it's not like out of the realm because they've done Injustice where it's basically like different characters mashing with each other, or they had the Mortal Kombat versus DC one. Like there's a bunch of characters that they can match. So clearly it's a model they've kind of been working on for years. But I think this is the perfect product for them to like release all these characters. They can do it in a fun way. People are, bro. When I'm playing it, like I'm like, even if we lose, like I'm genuinely having like a fun time. Like when I'm playing Warzone, there's days where I'm just like not trying to play because it's just upsetting. It's like it's
never
weird. It's
not
like a
like
different.
angry. It doesn't get you like angry at all. Like yeah, you lose, but it's not like in an annoying fashion. It's like they earned that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay.
I want them to introduce the chat though. Like if you could, if you could talk smack, that would be great.
Like death death chat
comms,
or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just hard because like you don't want to. Maybe in 1v1s you could talk shit to them. That'd be cool. But like in 2v2s, I mean, there's some call outs you can have that like they pick up on it. Like if you say, "Oh, double team this guy," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's one thing I think would be an advantage if we go to Evo. Like imagine Jay Birdie sitting across from the people and talking crap in front of him, and just me like co-signing everything he's saying. Like these guys are not making it out alive.
No, we went to me and my friends went to a Smash tournament. Like it was a local down in like it was like 45 minutes away or something like that. We came in because they're like it's like $300 pay in, or like the payout is like $300. Then you have people come in all the time. It's just like a fun thing to do. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So me and like 7 of my friends went. We're like, okay, that's even more of a chance for all of us to win. Because like whoever wins, we just get the money back that we paid for. And then whoever won gets the money back. I swear to God, we were in and out in an hour. We lost that thing so fast. I feel like Smash is completely different from that game because they all of a sudden we like at first we came with nothing. We were like, we're just gonna show up and play. They had controllers and stuff. Every single kid that came in there had a backpack just with controllers. Sweat. They've never been outside. Never been outside. It was insane. I was like, I don't even want to play. And I like sat there like, Angelo, you're up. I was like, oh my God, I don't even want to play. And this kid comes out, he's like, hey, can I change my controls real quick? I was like, why? He's like, oh, this is just how I play. Comes with an N64 controller. He's dragging out the wire. He's like putting it in the system. He's like setting it off. He beat me with 3 stock. I did not put a single percent on him.
Oh no.
He ended the match 0%, killed me. I was like, and then he had the audacity to like fist bump me. I was like, no.
Oh, disrespect.
He disrespected me right in front of me. I was like, and he's like, fist bump? I was like, no, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna do that. It was just it was fun, but that's what I'm saying. I can't do like I'll watch the tournament, but I cannot play in those.
Oh, I definitely want to experience like I'm just competitive as hell. So like I want to experience a tournament, whether I'm good or not. Like even COD, like I'm sure I'll get washed, but I would like to go to a tournament, just see what it's like. But as a spectator, I would love to just visit all these tournaments because now I'm seeing them grow and stuff, and I'm like, bro, being in these states, especially like this last COD League tournaments that they had, the last 2 were crazy. It was like massive amount of people, 200K people watching online. You just see the energy. I'm like, damn, I need to spectate at least once or twice in my life because like the energy seems different.
Yeah, the atmosphere is a lot of fun because then they'll throw in like 2 guys will fight each other. Like me, like my friend was like, "Oh, let's do random characters," and they throw in random characters. Everybody's getting hyped up because they're like, "Oh, they're not playing with like their mains; they're just having fun." It was still a fun experience, but definitely not fun losing because I'm a sore loser when it comes to that. But it was still fun just to experience it.
No, we know you're a sore loser, dude. You go into deep depression after like 2 losses. You're like, oh, that's it. I'm done.
It's like I know I can do better. You know, it's like you can always do better. Like there was a way that I could have won that, but yeah, no.
Even when I lose, I win.
Exactly. I come out with more knowledge than before. The next time you're done.
No,
but yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely a sore loser.
We got Gabe here letting us know it's scary how fast Jay Birdie has progressed in multiverse.
Jay Bird is honestly, I mean, he's good in COD, but like multiverse, he's disgustingly good, and it's annoying.
What's the secret, right?
I've only beat him twice, and it was like four times that I played him. He was just washing me. Like we had good games, but he was just beating me. And I was like, what the hell? And like in the games, I've noticed I'm very like I use Superman, so like I could just punch people off the map with 1 punch, but I'll have like 76 damage, and you got Jaybird with like 300 plus with like 3 KOs. I have 1 KO with 76 damage. It's like, well, I did my best. Like,
that's right.
It's disgusting. Yeah, it's disgusting. But hey, we went 200K and we went 200K. Plus the content we'll make around going to that event and like training up to it.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
All right. So we said Hercules said, how about some Mortal Kombat characters in there? And he said at least Scorpion.
Nah, I would need more than Scorpion.
I think he's saying at minimum Scorpion, right?
Nah, I need more than they put Scorpion and only Scorpion. I'd be kind of sad to be like
maybe like Sub-Zero. Then you can call it.
I think they would put Liu Kang, honestly. I mean, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are the favorites, but I feel like for the game, if they only release 2 at a time, it'll probably be like Scorpion, Liu Kang early.
They might do like a Scorpion as like the main, and then like the skins would be like Reptile or like Noob.
Oh, that'd be smart.
Sub-Zero. They'll probably do that because there's no point of putting 2 of the same people in there. They just have like a different element. That's it.
That's smart, actually.
But the Liu Kang one sounds pretty plausible. It could be in there.
Okay.
We got a question in the chat from Angel Johnson. Is this someone you know? AD?
No.
Well, welcome to the chat, Angel. It wants to know Ashanti or Alicia Keys question. Who is more beautiful? Hard choice.
I mean, Ashanti is probably better just in terms of like curvage, but like Alicia Keys can sing, so it's like,
I mean, his question, who is more beautiful? I have to give the nod to Ashanti.
But, like,
when we're talking singing, though, I give it to Alicia Keys.
No, but like Alicia Keys not ugly. She's beautiful.
No. I'm not saying
she has more talent, so it's like I'm attracted to more talent. I guess it depends on what you like, but I'd pick Alicia Keys personally. But Ashanti's probably she's aged better.
Okay. Let's see the chat. The chat's got some thoughts too. So Jay Birdie says Alicia Keys not even close. Okay, so he's picking Alicia Keys.
What's up, Bird? Let's go, bro. That's my duo right there. Not even close.
Gabe says Alicia Keys, no doubt.
Oh, bro, I know what I'm talking about.
Let's see, Angel says Ashanti is more beautiful than Alicia Keys. Okay, that's the pick there. Jay Birdie says, go back and watch the Fallen video, then come back into the chat and let me know what you think. Okay. That makes sense. Angel says, Jay Birdie, I've seen that video plenty of times. Have you even seen Ashanti? Do you know what she looks like?
Ashanti posts more thirst traps. Ashanti is made at best compared to Queen Alicia.
Oh, let's see.
I'm not saying I agree with him, but I'm not saying I don't.
Chat Mom says, we talking Queens? Queen of the Damned. Okay. Aaliyah. Ah, yes.
Oh.
Okay. Getting closer, but not Alicia caliber. Oh. So we've got some disagreement here. Angel says Ashanti's more beautiful. Y'all must have haven't seen Ashanti. Okay.
Yeah, she's all right, man. She's all right.
I like the question. It's yeah, I mean, it's generating some good buzz there for sure. So I'm on the Ashanti camp on the look.
I feel like Alicia looks like she's gorgeous, and then you can have a conversation with her. Ashanti just looks like you smash and dash, you know what I mean? Then call her tomorrow, and then talk about it on Drink Champs 20 years later, like Irv Gotti did this past week.
So let's do this. Let's utilize our producer / intern / our the Llama Show get gaffer. Why don't you pull up a picture of Ashanti there?
Let's get that. I was just looking it up because I was like,
okay, I need
get back to it. Get back to that.
yeah. Go get the picture of Ashanti and get a picture of Alicia Keys, and in a minute we'll put it up on the screen. We'll have a little discussion.
Do you want them young Ashanti?
Yes,
prime.
Prime.
I need prime.
Okay, got it.
Type that in prime.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was like making sure that was the one that you guys wanted.
Because I think right now Ashanti is definitely more desirable.
I think so. Let's see. We got some more chat. While you're doing that, I'll handle the chat for a second. It says Alicia don't even wear makeup out the house. That's true.
Oh God,
that's true. Angel says, what about Mary J? She's on Alicia beauty level.
She's third on that list.
Around Christmas time.
And listen, Mary J is in Power season 2, and I've been very much enjoying her performance. I've also liked a lot of her songs. You know, my mom was a single mother. You know, she had to use those songs as healing tokens. But no, not at all. Not even close.
Listen,
I say all that to say no.
Okay, so hot take on Mary J. In terms of her performance on Power.
You watched that one too?
I'm on. Yeah, I'm watching the one with the kid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we're watching.
Yo, we need to have like a separate thing where we just talk about Power because I've been waiting to just explain my love for Power. Haven't had the platform.
Yeah. My only issue is that Mary J. Blige is a terrible actress.
She's not good, but it's Mary J. Blige, so it's like,
yeah, she's a queen and she's great,
but also I feel like she plays a good Monet. That's the thing. She's not a good actress, but she's a good Monet, and I think that's where she's like winning right now because it's like this is something Monet would do. Like her bad acting like plays into the character of Monet in my head. I thought about that too. I'm like, she's not doing good, but like I love the character because the character just annoys me. It's like, why are you here?
She is annoying. It's like, oh my god. Let's see. Jay Birdie wants the opinion of average llama. So when
I am, I think, a little too young to have an opinion on this. Although I only know well enough as Alicia Keys, so I feel like that's my like automatic answer. Because AD said the same thing too. She seems like very chill to talk to, so I think I'd go with that. But between
Llama's in for medium, Llama's in it for the connection, man. I respect that.
There's beauty in the personality, man.
lover boy over here.
I have failed as a father.
Why is that?
I like how you guys have opposing views.
It's just because that's the only one I know.
Generational gap right there.
That's right. That's what it is. That's what he's in touch with his feelings.
I'm pretty sure they're the same age, but yeah.
Let's see. Birdie says, "Did you say Mary J? You were bugging my
guy." I said they were a little more respectful than that, but yes.
Yeah, no. Chat Mom says, "Don't forget my boo Aaliyah."
Yo, she really trying to throw that in our face.
No, I like. It's weird because
she was 12.
No. It's just like she was so. She died. She was so young. She was a great looking, woman at the time, but. It's just like one of those things where you're like, okay, you kind of don't want to besmirch the name of Aaliyah, right? You can say she's gone, R.I.P. Aaliyah, but I don't want to get into discussions about her looks. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just, but she was great. She was great. And she is just
gone too
sad
soon.
She was taken to gone too soon. Single mom anthem for the win. Let's see, Jay Birdie. This is a good one here.
Okay.
He's got his Mount Rushmore of baddies. And I have to say, with the exception of Alicia Keys, I agree. It says Sofia Vergara, yes, check. Selma Hayek, yes, check. Alicia Keys, check. And J-Lo are the Mount Rushmore of baddies.
Mine would be different.
Oh, wait a second. They mentioned J-Lo?
Yeah.
J-Lo's in there.
Oh, no. That's his. You want me to say
that's his guy? That's his girl.
That's the
hall pass.
That's the pinnacle right there. That's it. That's it.
Oh wow.
That person. Game over.
So I would tie myself in. Listen, I would tie myself in a knot if you said Selma Hayek and J-Lo. Like pick one. No, I'm splitting myself in half. That's all that's happening. That's how that works.
That's half the meat, dude. they deserve whole meat, dude.
Oh my God.
They're whole meat girls. Now, mine would be different though. I think.
All right, producer, did you get our image?
I have one here.
Okay,
you gotta have double tabs, brother.
I have them. It's just like I don't know if I want to put the Google like picture up there.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I can just throw it up there.
All right.
Let's see. Hold on, wait, give me a second.
Producer medium llama here.
I know exactly. That's why we have him here, so that we can just talk and he can do the work.
Yeah, you guys have your conversation. I'll do my thing over here. Okay. So we look here. There we go.
Look
at
that.
I'd say that one, right? Yeah. Not a bad photo. And then if we come back over here, what do we got? And then we got that one. That was the first two that we mentioned before.
Okay. Okay.
You got big ass head.
You guys are
No?
still sticking with this one?
I'm still sticking with Ashanti compared. Let's all right, let's go back to Alicia Keys. Let's go back to Alicia Keys.
Okay, I should probably do double tap. You were right, 80. Oh, wait.
I do this, man. It's okay. Hey, first day on the job, baby. Hey, he's here.
Oh, we're going to Wikipedia. There we go.
Oh wow.
We just got thrown up at Wikipedia. I didn't mean to put that. There we
Listen, you're gonna get fired very quickly, sir.
go. Look. We're fine. So let's say we'll
Okay.
throw up that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right,
Like that.
that's young prime Alicia Keys.
Bro,
I
Alicia
think-
Keys, when she's singing that song where Mos Def is in it and he orders the coffee in the morning with like fish. He's like, why? Why he ordered that? It's
Let's
coffee
see.
and fish. That's the weirdest combination. That sounds like a Denny's purchase. 3 a.m. It's like, hey, let me get a coffee and you got fish.
Fish. Oh yeah. No, that's when you know you had a little too much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, the chat has spoken. The
Mhm.
chat, I think, has resoundingly said Alicia Keys over
mean,
Ashanti. So
I have good
I
taste,
would-
brother.
I will respectfully disagree with my chat, but again, I think we're good. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Honestly, that they're all hot as hell, all out of our league at any
Not out of
age.
mine. I'm a star, baby.
All right. Let's see.
What did it
Let's see. Yeah, J Lo out here acting like she never had any surgery. It's true. It's true. I think she's had some work done, but all of those women have some work done, have something nipped or tucked or whatever. So anyway,
You think Alicia
Good-
Keys
good-
had something done?
Nah.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. At this point,
No, I think she's very into being natural.
yeah.
I think
I can see her, but just
like,
in
there's
general
no
with like
drastic
stars and stuff.
change.
Nah. But like with stars and like being in Hollywood and being in like that limelight, there's definitely like a weird thing going on where like the surgery really affects like the women want the surgery because they see it so much in everyday life that I feel like they gravitate towards it. Like you hear a lot of women, 'cause I listen to a lot of women podcasts and they talk about it, like the struggle of like body image issues and stuff, like trying to fix that. So I don't know. I can see a lot of women like dabbling, whether it's very small, minimal, but at some point.
Well, it's competitive too. Like you have to. There's always somebody up and coming who's younger, nicer.
Yeah.
The new look, right? And so you either try to stick with it, and I get that, but at the same time, some age very well, and they do really like you have to accept again as an old man, as the old man on the panel here. You got to accept your age and just and embrace the things that come with it. So. But I get it in a competitive Hollywood world where you're trying to get the next part, the next role, that creeps in, and you've got publicists, stylists, and people telling you, "Hey, look, man, if you just do a little work here, you'll be right back on top," that type of thing. So I get it. It's intoxicating. So somebody told me like, "Hey, you need to do X, Y, Z, and you're going to continue to stay on top." I might do it. It just depends on how bad I want it, right? So I'll speak now because I'm old and. But if I go to Hollywood, right, and then I leave Blackout, and they tell me, "Hey, man, listen, man, if you get a couple things nipped and tucked, we're going to put you in the in this movie with Dwayne Johnson for the next 6 years." I'm like, "All right, nip tuck away."
Put me on whatever plan. That sounds like
I'll do steroids for that.
Yeah, man, that's. I mean, listen,
easy.
I get the work
It's
done.
not even a question. I'll be like, yeah.
I'm not a pro athlete.
Steroid? Yeah. What
Are you
does
gonna
Chris Hemsworth use? I'll take those. I'll do that.
Dude, that guy bulks up like crazy. He's gonna be the next Hulk Hogan. He's gonna be Hulk Hogan in that biopic. I can't wait to see that. Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, is that for real? He's actually
Hey, yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's why he beefed up like that for Thor: Love and Thunder. He actually just finished, I think, filming the Hulk Hogan.
He's probably
movie.
massive in that.
Yeah. Jay Birdie says Alicia Keys is what Halle Berry thought she was.
Halle Berry, we were talking. I think we had this. Me and him had this conversation, but Halle Berry was kind of mid, honestly, acting and freaking. I mean, she's had like good films, but like also which ones, like yeah, she did good. If you show me the movie, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember she did good. I think we like brought up the ambulance movie, like where she was like the 911 operator. And I had seen that one in theater, and that was like good performance. But that was also when she was older, and she couldn't use her looks to get through. What was
Well,
that?
listen, I don't know. He's back on. We have a special comment.
Okay.
Somebody wants to know who is the cute new co-host.
Okay.
That is Mama Llama there asking who is the new cute co-host. So she is watching and part of the chat.
Scared.
So
now we gotta watch what we say, and we're all gonna walk on eggshells now.
I'm fine. I'm okay. Just don't bring up J-Lo again. And we won't have any problems.
Oh, okay.
When I get off.
Is that why you guys you're not highlighting any of the J-Lo comments in the chat?
Oh no, not at all. I'm helping you. That as a producer, I have to help you to make sure.
Go ahead, underestimate the bird. Let's see. I have no judgment to people who get work done. I just hate when people lie about it. It's true. Own it if you do it. Angel has another question. I don't know if you saw the question there. Who do you think is the star of Family Matters? He says Laura Winslow, but I don't know. I mean, Family Matters is a weird show. Like, did you watch Family Matters? Have you AD?
I've seen episodes, but not enough to have an opinion, to be honest.
Urkel is the star.
I honestly thought it was like super corny because that's the one with Urkel, right?
Yeah.
It was super corny.
I think he started as a bit character and became the character of the show, and that's when the show itself wasn't that well put together. He just became the star, and that's what Family Matters for. The background characters were kind of like, I think a little pissed with him because he took over. But anyway, good question. I don't think it was Laura. I think it was Steve Urkel. All right, so keep going down the chat there, producer extraordinaire.
She could have been like the main character, but not the star.
No, that's true. Let's see. Chat Mom says women are invisible after a certain age. If you can keep looking young, just you stay getting attention of some kind. Yeah, for sure. Chat Mom, shout out to Mama Llama. Okay, so Chat Mom's there.
Two mothers nodding each other. Hello.
That's right.
Did I do that?
Mutual. Yeah, and Chat Mom says Steve Urkel was the star of the show for sure.
100%.
All right, so let's talk about something that was up on this week. I think we sort of teased on it on our thumbnail, which was She-Hulk. She-Hulk premiered this week, and so if we just want to talk a little bit about the episode and get AD your thoughts on it, and just kind of go around. So what did you think of She-Hulk? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Is it too woke? What are your thoughts? I mean, I can't stand that shit. That's all people talk about. Oh, it's woke. I enjoyed the first episode. What did you think?
Right. It was good. It was good.
I think
it was
that sounds like a mid answer.
Nah, it wasn't mid. I would have said it was good. Like, I liked it, but there were things wrong with it in terms of just like pace. Like, I see a lot of people talking about it, but I also agree. Like, first time watch was like, this is moving kind of fast. Especially for how short the episode was. Like, there was a lot of information given, but overall, I thought it was good. Like, the story was all right. I'm kind of intrigued to see what happens. I don't think we'll get a lot of Hulk during this because, like, I think New Rockstars made a point where it was like, what's the dude that plays him?
Oh, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo is like, his time is very valuable. So I don't think he's in the whole thing. But I'm intrigued with like the main character, like She-Hulk herself, and like I want to see if they utilize like the actual courtroom scenes. I feel like if they utilize a lot of like courtroom scenes and like make almost like a villain a week type of thing, I think it could be a really good show. But like for this first episode, I mean, they gave us a lot of information early.
Yeah, I think what happened is, and this is what I enjoyed about it, was it didn't take itself too seriously, and it was exactly like they painted it to you. They said you're not going to get past this until you figure out the Hulk piece. Like that's the fourth wall, her first fourth wall break.
Yeah.
And so they went into it. They're like, all right, let's talk about it. So they went right into the story. And yes, it was, I think it was rushed. I think her origin stuff was rushed. But I think they want to get away from that. I think they just want to get you into the courtroom stuff and her life, because all the promos, all the previews, the trailers, everything that you saw was her embracing the Hulk, doing premieres, being in the courtroom. So I think they were like, all right, just get this shit out the way. Yeah. And then let's just give you what you want to know, and then let's get into it. And it was fast, and it was there are a lot of unanswered questions, but
yeah.
But
I mean, we're gonna get good. 9 episodes, but
yeah,
I think honestly, one thing that I noticed for sure was 90% of the first 2 trailers, or like the teaser trailer and then the official trailer. I think 90% of it was in the first episode.
Yeah.
Like there was there was like a couple scenes. There's probably like a handful, maybe like 5 scenes that I remember off top. Where I'm like, oh, that wasn't in the first episode, but mostly everything was. So that kind of gets me excited for what's coming, because we've seen most of it. But it also could be a bad sign in terms of like maybe that's the most interesting stuff. I mean, her thing. But one thing I didn't like, because in the comics she gets like a blood transfusion, and I think like the way she got the powers was just like super rushed. I think that was like my biggest thing. I was like, really? Like his blood falls on her and now it's radioactive, and she shifts to the Hulk, and then we have like 3 scenes where she like randomly shifts, and then like a training montage. Like, I don't know. I think the pacing was weird, but overall the writing seems good. Like you said, the fourth wall break I think is dope, and I think that's like a characteristic that the comic book had as well. So that's kind of super dope to see, and kind of gives us like a little bit of a hint towards like Deadpool, because obviously we know Deadpool is going to fourth wall break, so it kind of gets the MCU characters kind of used to it. Because when you think about the MCU as a whole, it's kind of very not stiff, but like it feels like we're watching something. So like with the fourth wall breaks, introducing that, I think like when we have like Deadpool, it's going to hit even harder. So I mean, the show's good. I'm excited to see what happens, and I'm excited to see like what kind of obscure characters they introduce in the show. Because if she does do the courtroom case, it's going to be a bunch of weird like characters I don't think people are really realizing or even have like thoughts of like coming in. So
yeah, you had your cast of the same people that are, I call them MCU hype fans. Like they've got billions of followers on Twitter. They've got all these social media accounts, and all of them get the previews ahead of time. But a lot of them they say the same damn thing. The first 4 episodes, amazing. I loved it. It was great. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen. And then you watch the episodes, you're like, what's this guy talking about? But in this case, I did see some people that were pretty critical of other Marvel properties say that they enjoyed the show after the first 4 episodes. So, it remains to be seen. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think I know what they're trying to do. And I'm here for it. I thought it was great. And then I just think, unfortunately, now you've got, the controversy on the other end is that people are, they're bombing the reviews, like the user reviews on IMDb and on Rotten Tomatoes, because they don't like some of the messaging in the show. I mean, she explains it like, I'm constantly being harassed, and there's all these things that make me control my anger, and so people take offense to that. I'm like, what's wrong with that? Like, it's a normal thing, but yeah, I don't know. Well, let's get young guy's perspective. So you watched it with us, and what do you think?
I thought it was good. It was definitely better than some of the other shows that they put out. Like, what was a really bad one that I didn't like? Oh, it wasn't bad. I just didn't really watch it. It was Miss Marvel. But like, I feel like it's not really like they kind of rushed the whole like origin thing, which was it was weird. But I feel like that's not what it's not about like her fighting crime. It's like her like doing her job, but as like a Hulk herself. So it's not really anything like it's interesting. It's a very interesting episode, or like a series that they're not going to be focusing on like the actual aspect of like her fighting somebody, because that's not what she wants to do. She wants to, fight it in like the like in the like the judicial system. So I feel like that's a pretty cool like concept of it, but I feel like they could have taken, maybe like another episode, maybe, or like half of like maybe like 2.5 episodes to get the origin story down, because it's just like it's a quick thing that you can just like push away and then just be like, okay, here's what we're talking about. But I like how the fourth wall breaks it so that it's not taken serious. It's not taken seriously as in like it's like super like how like the Avengers are. It's not like that serious. It's just like, it's like trying to be normal with like a superpower. It's like someone who doesn't really want to do that.
Yep. And then you got, here's from the chat. So Chat Mom says the theme of this episode is all the ways people hate women. Which I mean, it's there. It's a female character. She's going to explain her world and how it works.
Yeah, I mean, we said this beforehand though. Like, it's the same thing with Miss Marvel. Like, he said something good where like he didn't finish, like he didn't really watch Miss Marvel, and I felt the same way. Like, honestly, we talked about it a couple times, and I didn't watch the episodes. Like, I haven't seen the finale or maybe the last two. Like, I kind of just got disinterested in it, but it wasn't. But knowing it going in, it was like, this is not for my demographic. Like, I feel like it's the same for this. Like, I feel like they're trying to branch out to different demographics with these shows. Like, even the I Am Groot, like we never really talked about it. I haven't seen it, to be honest, but I've heard a lot of things about it, and it kind of just seems like they're trying to capture like a kid audience with it, a little bit more like, oh, look at how nice this is. It's short, what I mean, keeps the attention span in. They want to watch the whole thing, And I feel like the same thing with She-Hulk. Like, they're trying to get a different different demographic, and it's like the show's good for what it is, and I think it's gonna get better going through. I honestly haven't heard anybody talk about the other 3 episodes, because I kind of want to like wait and see personally, but for the first time ever. But with the show itself, like I think it's gonna get a lot of criticism because MCU fans are mostly nerdy dudes, like for the most part, like the biggest demographic. And then like, this doesn't speak to me, so I think that's where a lot of the criticism's coming from. Like, I don't know. And there's a lot of man bashing in it, so like insecure men are probably like, oh no.
I also feel like it like they branch out for like how the usual like MCU like blueprint is like action, and then it's like a comic book reference. So when you bring somebody in who isn't like familiar with it, everybody gets. I'm still confused to this day on like where we are and like on the timeline, but I'm still a fan of it. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a show like kind of how Miss Marvel was. It was like a demographic more towards like, the younger, but not too young, like I Am Groot. But I feel like with this one, it's more of like, okay, it's still in the MCU like genre of everything, but it's not going to have that blueprint like everybody else, like every other movie had. Like it's supposed to be something different. It's kind of like all the like almost like I feel like it's not going to be taking like the drama, like those drama shows, like what's that hospital one that everybody talks about?
Grey's Anatomy
or stuff like that. Like it's gonna be the main, like how the main focus is the hospital, but there's always like drama that happens around it. So I feel like that's how they're gonna take that show. It's like, there's that the main point of it is her being the lawyer and like her, trying to go through all these cases and stuff. But I feel like the like the side focus of it is going to be like her being also a superhero. So I feel like it's a way to like grab new people who aren't really used to it and it's nothing like in from like the trailers and stuff, they have like, I think they had like Daredevil and Wong. I think those were the only 2 people that I saw that were like cameos. But like you see those people and then maybe you gravitate towards them and you see like an attention towards them. Then I feel like that would be a way for them to, look back and be like, okay, like I want to get into this. Let me like watch it. It's a good way to get other people in there. Like not everybody's going to like it. I feel like they're making tons of money regardless. So they're just making what they want.
People are going to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. Watch it everybody's going to watch it regardless because it's MCU. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, it's about to be like the Sex and the City version of the MCU.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little bit more adult themed. You got it from some of the jokes that they were saying, and listen, I'm here for it. I think it would be fun. The Groot show is they're 5-minute episodes
of the one character who has 3 words. That's
right.
his
And
like
so
entire dialogue. So it's
so
not
they're
gonna
just little
be.
skits. Like the total amount of time I think is 35 minutes, the entire season.
And they're
Like
they're not even
if you
seasons. They're separate episodes. They're like
no
on
no
the
no,
on the
but
app.
if you watch the entire block of what they put out and you watched it all in one shot, it's 35 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So I just think that's more of a trying to get kids more involved in the MCU or getting some smaller kids who are just learning about it to watch something fun. So, but yeah, I think the kids love the Groot show, and I think Chat Mom says that her kids definitely loved it.
Yeah. It's definitely smart. It's a smart like tactic to do.
Yeah.
And Vin Diesel gets a bag in the process.
Man, all he says is 3 lines.
Didn't he get paid? He got paid like some like 6-7 million for the last movie. And he's
I don't know.
But he says that same word throughout the whole movie, but he also does like reshoots for like
I feel
in
like at
different
some point they
languages.
just gotta like use old audio. There's got to be like some appearances they just use old audio. There's no way they have
They
him
do it.
like
He has
re-record
like
that
different
much.
tones of voice on how he talks. Like he changes the way he talks like a little bit, but that's it. And if anything, it's like a voice changer on Vin Diesel because Vin Diesel doesn't sound like a child. So they're just like, all right, let's just keep using him. We have the money. Let's just throw him at him.
For sure.
Let's see. So okay, that's the She-Hulk. I mean, I think that's I think it's a good show so far. It's a different take on it. The fourth wall breaks definitely get you ready for a Deadpool type character, which I think it would blow everyone's mind if Deadpool just showed up and said, "Look, that's my thing." Like that was my theory, is that she's doing these fourth wall breaks, and then all of a sudden they're going to hit you with that, "Hey, that's my thing," and then that's it. They're going to wrap it up. That'll be the end of the thing, and that's all people are going to talk
No
about
way.
is Deadpool arrived.
No way.
I'm
MCU
guessing.
fans will go crazy. Be
That's
like, how do you
way-
even get there?
Yeah,
Like,
they
you
did
know,
the same thing
like-
for WandaVision. They
would hate that.
everybody freaked out over that. But then
Yeah.
it's like, I feel like that's way too much. That's way too big.
You can't. I feel like people would be mad. Like they wouldn't want him to come in. I just think like from a logistic, like MCU not trying to ruffle feathers, like that would be dope just in concept. But like, nah, I'd be tight as an MCU fan. I'd be tight that like,
Oh my god, if that happens,
introduce him
that'd
like
be
that,
funny.
like, and then it just cuts off, and it's like, well, I don't get to see this.
well, no, like a post credit, like just the post.
I have a theory. This is funny
Go
that
ahead.
you bring up Deadpool, but I have a theory that you know how like they've been cutting the Spider-Man No Way Home, or like I think it was multiple Spider-Man movies where they do the like at the end of the movie they're like they say the F word and then they bleep it out or whatever, or they
Yeah.
cut to black and they did it in the first episode. I have a theory that the first like that's gonna how the first like Deadpool movie or how it gets introduced or something like starts. Like I think he's gonna be the first one that breaks the F word curse in that way because they're like really like hitting us with the F bombs at the right at the cut. So it's like I feel like that's how they're gonna do it. Like maybe if they introduce him in a post credit scene, like that'd be hilarious. Like
That'd be
now that I
funny.
think about it, putting your idea with mine, like he's like, that's my effing idea or something, and then
Yeah,
cuts.
yeah.
Or like what the
Or like he
Like,
pauses the show.
yeah.
Like he pauses the show, it backs out. It's just him sitting in the house, and he's like,
Yeah, it's like what the bam.
Yeah.
Hit it.
he's like, you guys seeing this? And he just like cuts.
That'd be
No,
hilarious.
that'd be great. That'd be great. So yeah, I mean that's my fan theory. I've seen no write-ups on it. I've read nothing on the internet. I just thought, wow, if she breaks the fourth wall, she gets everyone set for Deadpool. And if he comes in and breaks the fourth wall, it's it. Like people's brains would melt. Let's see. Jane in the chat says they're kind of obsessed with Venmo stuff right now. I'm not mad about it. And then she also said, but the Groot thing definitely had them stoked. So the kids are
It works for
watching
the
Groot.
kids.
Yeah,
It works for the kids.
that's what Groot's for. Groot is for the kids.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to watch that to be honest. I heard it was 5 minutes, but like I'm not wasting my time with this.
Yeah,
Especially if he says 3 words. There's no point.
right.
It may be funny for a kid, but sitting down watching it.
Mhm.
All right. So listen, we're at the 1 hour mark. So here's what I want to do as a challenge to the chat. Make sure that if you're in the chat, make sure you like it on YouTube. Make sure you like, and if you're not subscribed and you're in the chat, come on, subscribe to the Big Llama Show. If you're watching this on Twitch, make sure you're following Blackout AD. Make sure you're following his channel. You're subscribing to his channel. This is a good time to do that. Now, if you have friends who are interested in the show, talking to you, producer extraordinaire. Text your friends, let them know that we're on the air, and have them come on the show.
Tell them right now.
Yeah, tell them right now. Tell your friends to
everybody.
come watch the Big Llama show right now.
Going to my friends
all
on
right.
Facebook.
There you go. There you go. Tell your friends on
Facebook.
the Facebook, on wherever you find it. But let's switch over to the UFC fight, which you did the Discord again. You did the fight night fight companion.
We're the most consistent show on YouTube. I'm the most consistent fight companioner.
Yes,
that's
for
probably
sure.
not true. I think a lot of people do that, but also it's a vibe, man. I mean, yeah, UFC 278 was crazy though. Honestly,
yeah. So let's talk about this. Let's break down some of the matches and the fight, and then that crazy knockout at the end, which I'm interested in to see your reaction again. Because I was watching it, and then I heard you screaming, and I was like, oh, I got to watch this. He's got to clip this because it just looked amazing. But
yeah, it was. So I guess we'll start. Honestly, most of the card was kind of boring, like in terms of just like how the fights played out. Even like to the Aldo fight, like the Aldo fight was kind of like, The other dude won. I forgot his name. The other dude won, and he trains with Aljamain Sterling, and he's like, "We're brothers. I'm not trying to fight him." And it's like, well, you just went from six. You're sixth ranked in the world, and you just beat the third ranked. Like, next plausible step is either 1 or 2 or the champ. Like, you're gonna get another like number 1 contender fight, and then you'll fight the champ. And it's like, well, you're not gonna fight your friend, even though he's the champ, and you guys are in the same weight division. Like, it kind of like undersold the fight for me. But then you had the co-main event. I know Big Llama loves the co-main event. You had Luke Rockhold versus Paulo Costa, which ended up being a bloody 3-round fight where Luke Rockhold got tired early in the first round. Like, visibly by the second round, he's like hunched over, like in the middle. Like, I'm pretty sure during the fight there was a point where he hunched over while they're fighting. And it's like, what? Like, he was tired. And that was a theme that I saw throughout the whole night, that like one fighter in every fight got like super drained by the altitude or whatever it was. Like, I'm thinking the altitude, like, because now that I moved here to Denver, I kind of realized like the altitude thing is a real thing. Like, when you first get here, you get that altitude sickness. So you've seen a lot of these fighters like tire out, but like shout out to Luke Rockhold. He retired and he went out. I mean, he didn't get finished or anything. He could have easily got finished, I think, but he went to a decision. It was a unanimous decision. Paulo Costa won. But I think there was 2 highlights. When Luke Rockhold wiped his blood all over Paulo Costa's face while he was on mount. And then there's one part where, and I'm gonna use my F word, but he said, "Fuck you," and then just decks him with a hard left hand, like pushes him back, and it's like that was a highlight. But I mean, Paulo Costa won that pretty handily. I don't know. You guys saw that fight at all?
Yeah, no, we were watching throughout the night. I just like, where were they fighting exactly?
Oh, they were fighting in Salt Lake City.
In Salt Lake City,
yeah.
Okay. So I mean, I had to say, like, it wasn't as an exciting experience as other matches, as you're saying, like overall the card. Southpaw City. But no, I mean, it wasn't memorable. So like, only thing I remember is like when we watched the last fight night, there was the women's match, there was the ending of the main event. I mean, there were so many highlights to it that I was like, oh, I remember. But this one I was like, but still an entertaining time. But
I mean, you get that with some cards. Like, I mean, to be honest, the star power on this card was very minimal. I mean, you had Aldo, legend, but
yeah,
I mean, he's third, and like the way he fought this round is almost like, not really, not like, I don't know. He's getting up there in age. Like, do we want to keep seeing him lose like this? Like, again, granted, he was still third. I think at this point he'll probably be like still in the top 10, maybe like 8 or 9. I think now, or maybe even flip flop with the guy, maybe go 6. But and then you got the Luke Rockhold, Paulo Costa fight, which their fight kind of sold the most because Luke Rockhold, I mean, veteran, throughout the week was like, like saying a lot of he was having good interviews. He was like causing attention to the fight. And then you had the Usman Edwards fight, which to me, I mean, Paulo Costa and Luke Rockhold got fight of the night, but to me, fight of the night was definitely the Usman Edwards thing. And I think, like you said, there's a lot of fight cards where you'll remember. Like, I mean, now that I've been actually consistently watching these fight cards, especially like the big ones, I'm like, oh, I remember watching these highlights now, like live. Like I remember the feeling of where we were in the stream or how the stream was going. But with this Edwards thing, I think this is like one of those generational clips. Like they're gonna use this clip for crazy promotions because like the storyline. I mean, these guys. So just to throw it back, Edwards and Usman fought in Usman's first fight in the UFC, right? Usman beats Edwards, and that was the last time Leon Edwards has lost. Usman has never lost to this point, but that was the last time he lost, and that was about 7 years ago. And he went on like an 8-9 fight win streak, like close to 10. I think now it's at a 10. But then so you have that storyline. They haven't fought since. Usman becomes champion. You know, they're talking about him being pound for pound, and Leon Edwards goes through like where he's like washing people at some points, and like you can see he's clearly better than some people, but he's having like moments where like last couple years especially he has like a vicious eye poke to somebody and the fight gets stopped, and I'm pretty sure he gets like a no contest.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think we watched that one on stream, honestly. He had that. Then there's like COVID things. He was supposed to fight Hamzat Chimaev, which is like this guy's getting a title shot, or no, he's getting a number one contender shot now. Like I think like against Nick Diaz. So it's like if he wins, he's gonna fight the champion, or he should at least. Especially not now. I think if Usman would have won this fight, he would have got the next title shot. But now that Usman lost, I think they're gonna go the route of giving Usman the rematch because he deserved it. But this guy's supposed to fight that guy to like shut him up, like this guy's on the rise. 3 different times the fight gets canceled because of COVID. He gets COVID, then Chimaev gets COVID, and then Chimaev pulls out or something like that. Like it's like 3 things. So he had like a tough road to get back here. And this is what's crazy is, the fight starts, he wins the first round, he gets a takedown, which Usman had 100% takedown defense going into that fight, 100%, like not getting takedown. This guy's a striker, and like Usman beat him in the first fight with just nothing but takedowns and like ground and pound and like keeping him on the ground and stuff. And this guy comes, takes him down first round, and then Usman, I think that woke Usman up, and Usman takes over for the next 3 rounds, just kind of outclassing him. You can see that same thing I was talking about where it comes to like fatigue. You can see that really got to Leon. Like there was times where I was like, because I picked Leon going in, I was like, Leon's gonna knock him out. Like I said in the 3rd round, but like that was like what I felt. I was like, something weird, like he's gonna knock him out. Like it's gonna be crazy. That's in my head. And I thought it was gonna be a war, but honestly, it was not a war. Usman just showed like why he's so good. I mean, he was doing a lot of things right, taking him down at will, especially towards the end of the fight. He was just grabbing him, throwing him down, and like had good striking. And then I think the big moment comes in the 4th round or in between the 4th and the 5th, where the coaches are like, "Yo, Leon, you gotta wake up." Like he's like, at one point he tells him like, stop him from bullying you. Like, like what are you doing? Like, and the coach shakes him and said like, and this is where like the analyst side of like UFC is dope, because like these guys were like saying like he's not even looking at their coach. Like he's done. He's checked out. Like he's gonna lose this fight. He's not here. And I think when the coach grabbed him, that was the first time you like see him look at the coach. And then even the coach after, he like made eye contact with that. And he like even after the shake, you see him like take like a super deep breath, like, and like I was like, oh, he might, like to me, I thought he was gonna turn up, and then it looked kind of the same, like where Usman's kind of like leading the dance a little bit, and then with 56 seconds left, nice setup with the left hand kick came in, and he head kicked Usman into a folding chair. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah,
I mean, the setup too, the fake punch setup, and then the kick. I mean, he led him right into it, and it just worked. It just worked, and yeah, man, he went. As somebody said here, Usman went night.
Yo, it was crazy. Like I'm pretty sure I have the reaction. Oh, I think I'm definitely gonna clip it because I haven't watched it back, but my stream was giving me trouble towards the end of the night where it was like stuttering. So I'm hoping I got the clip, but my reaction, because it was like in my head, I'm like, damn, he lost. Like, and to me, when you look at it, he already lost this guy, 7 years ago, and then loses to him in the championship. And if that means Usman breaks the record, and a lot of people are saying Leon was Usman's toughest challenge. Yeah. So they were saying that going in, and it's like he's not getting another chance. You know what I mean? Same thing with like Masvidal. Like the thing is too with Leon winning as like a fight fan, it's like it opens up the championship to Leon Nate Diaz rematch because Nate Diaz caught him, even though Leon was like 4-0ing him. He caught him at the end of the fight. So it's like that's another big money fight. Then you got Jorge Masvidal, which I think if he beats Usman again, he's fighting Masvidal. And honestly, Masvidal lost to Usman twice, so his chances of fighting for the belt again gone. And Masvidal punched him, so they had like a backstage confrontation where Masvidal likes to call it the 3-piece in the soda, where he really 3-pieced him. Like they were in the backstage of like a British arena, whatever. They had like their kerfuffle, and so that's a fight that they never made after that. Like they've never fought since that moment. I don't even think they've been in the same building since that moment. UFC kind of kept them away from each other. So I think that's a huge money fight. Like that's the build up to that is going to be crazy. And then Colby Covington, who lost to Usman twice. Some people regard him as being the champion of the division if Usman was never around. So it's like I think this opens up the welterweight division crazy. And honestly, Usman's good enough he can make another run, but I've been a fan of Leon, and like seeing him win the fight in that fashion with 50 seconds left to like, you know what I mean? Like losing the fight, like it was a beautiful story. And then they played the Rocky theme. Like it was beautiful.
No, it was just such a memorable ending. But yeah, he was down a little bit in the fight, and you're just like, oh no, if it goes to decision, you knew it was going to go the other way.
It's not down. He was losing that fight. He was losing that round too. So it's like he would lose 4-1. Like he's getting bodied. So it's like you're not going to get your chance again. You know, like you got to really think about it. Like that's his last. If Usman wins that's his last championship run, unless somebody else becomes a champion and he goes on another run. But it's like if he loses that in a decision that way, like maybe he could justify, oh, I lost in a decision. But like as a competitor, I don't like as me personally, I wouldn't be able. This guy said he picked him to win. Oh, don't listen to this guy. Don't listen to this guy, dude. He picked him to win. I was saying all week, I was like, I was saying it on stream, like, I'm gonna say it, like, my mind wants to pick Usman because it's like logical. He's been dominating people, but my heart is saying this guy's gonna knock him out. I said the third round. I kept saying the third round. I don't know why, but like, I don't know. I think also for the rematch, it shows that Leon. I don't know. There's a lot of game film, and he said it too. He was like, he said in the post fight conference, he was like, that was one of his best nights. Like he was dominating me, and that was one of my worst nights, and I still knocked him out. Like, so in my head, I'm like, there's a lot he can learn from what happened in this fight.
Yeah,
where what he did wrong, how even though they evolved, because it's gonna be a quick fight. Like this fight's gonna happen early next year, easy. Like they're gonna let Usman rest. He's a champion. They're not gonna give Edwards another time to fight. Edwards gonna have a couple months of being the champion. They'll fight like January, February, maybe. And it's like that's close enough where he can make a lot of adjustments and it might be even a even more barn burner of a fight next time they meet up. So it's like storylines, man. The welterweight division's definitely in a good hands.
Yeah, no, and listen, he's got to be, he's got to learn from that. If you're getting dominated like that, and he won the fight, he knocked the guy out, give him his props, but you got to respect how that fight was going, and you got to bring it back next time. You got to be like, all right, what am I going to do to fix this, to make sure I'm on top of the game. Chapman has something here. Says Herc says that he likes put it back up. He likes your breakdown, AD. He said he never thought that he'd see the day that he'd lose. So
doing these fight nights, because I think the more I do them, and this is like tooting my own horn a little bit, but the more I do them, like really watching and like analyzing, like I watch everything, like the content they do, like embedded vlogs. I watch all those to see how the fighters interact. I watch all the press conferences, all the weigh-ins. Like I watch everything throughout the week, especially like when I know I'm going to stream it. Like I do it if I don't know I'm going to stream it, but like especially if I know I'm going to stream the fight, like, oh, I got that night off, we're streaming it. I'm watching everything, and I've honestly gotten to a point where like I'm picking a lot of these fights how they go, and I'm like, oh man, I need to start betting. Like last night when he knocked him out, I was like, I've been saying this all week. Like it wasn't the third round, so I probably would have lost if I picked the third round. But I was like, I've been saying this all week, and I'm like analyzing, like, oh, he looks good, like his mental's good, and it's like, bro, he was losing a fight, and I was kind of sad. I was like, damn. I was thinking about it, like my prediction wasn't good, and then bam, knocked him. I was like, let's go.
You got to do a quick segment like before the fights, like a pre-recorded like pick 'em, you know, because that way you can go back on your picks and say, all right, look, you know, I put it on video what my picks were, and you can go back and play back your victory. Because I think that's cool. I think you know a lot about how this thing works and how the different storylines and the matchups. So it'd be interesting to get your take before the match and see if it comes to fruition. So Chat Mom is letting us know that she can't hang. She's saying good night, everybody. Good night, bitches. And she says great job producing Medium Llama. So
thank you.
She says hashtag tags.
I think she meant
tags
tabs.
Open eyes. Oh, tabs. Open.
Tabs.
Okay.
She fixed it. Yeah.
On my tags.
Tabs open.
Tabs open. Eyes closed.
I respect it. Always keep your tabs open.
And then before she said everybody's getting Llama and blackout gear for the holidays. So we were talking about merch.
James shouted that out. Shout out to the
I need that blackout hat. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Shout out Unc.
So you can get I know you can get Llama gear.
Blackout gear will come, man.
Okay.
It's in the works. It's in the works.
It's crazy.
In the work.
It's crazy because I get asked like once a day, and I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like, it'll come when it comes. Like,
just make it.
We're not just doing it. I don't.
No,
I see bigger for it.
He has a method and
it's not like I care about selling like t-shirts and shit. You know what I mean? Like I could care less about selling t-shirts, but like if I drop the blackout brand, like I want it to be. I want us to have the platform to just drop it out, and people are like supporting it. So when we do, because the way I see it, like holiday drops or like like different things. Like I see it in a bigger way. So it's like it's not ready for that. Like if we start it, it's gonna take a couple. Let's just grow the presence online, and then
I appreciate those drops that do the where they just kind of have a select amount. And then it's whoever gets that one, but they don't redo the design again. Yeah. They just kind of they sell as they'll be like, okay, we got like 100. You buy 100, that's it, and then we just make a new design and you just throw it out. I like those kinds of things, but then they do the resale
limited
thing.
Edition.
It's not really limited. It's just like the drop, like that drop, like oh, did you get this drop or whatever? And it's just like that type of thing. But I see what you mean. But I hate when they do like the resale stuff because then they're like. Oh, look, there's like 1 of 100.
Yeah. Nah, but like
the resale value.
You can have shirt 1.
No.
Shirt 1 of 1.
But I respect both because like 100 Thieves, the gaming team does that where they do that a lot. Specific drops and then they never release it again. Really, like they have like cream hoodies that they'll never release. But when I join them, when I leave Blackout, I'm getting one for sure. That's gonna be written in the contract.
Multiversus tournament.
But I feel like there's got to be like two like. Where you can get like everyday like apparel or whatever, just to support the brand, and then have the special drops or the special, whatever it is, like whether it be hot. Because I thought a lot like there was at one point me and Big Homie were talking about like holiday designs where like Valentine's Day or like Halloween designs was like the blackout or blood splatter, like different things like that. We were talking about like
with a lot.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just again like the t-shirt selling side of it. Like I think about it even with like the AD things, like just throwing it on. A t-shirt or hats and then like putting it up. I was like, no, I want to do it in a different way. I don't know what that way is personally, but like I don't want to just like put out t-shirts because that's not the goal of it. It's more like getting the brand out there and doing it probably in the best way possible. Like I feel like the AD t-shirts with like a QR code in the back.
Oh yeah.
Takes it to like a clip. It's a specific clip.
Yeah, like a hilarious. Get the Usman knockout reaction t-shirt. Like that should actually be sick.
That's actually a pretty good idea. That's a great idea.
Actually a sick idea.
All right, we need to edit the video so nobody hears this idea anymore.
Oh yeah.
Cut it.
No,
I mean that was a terrible idea. Anybody
would never think of that.
Idiots.
That's so
never
stupid.
do that.
Put the logo on his shirt.
Well, let me transition to what I got going on in the channel for me this week, and let's talk about. So I released 2 videos last week, which was great. I had the Team America, and I had You Got Served. We talked about that last week because I was going to put it out, so I put it out, and I enjoyed it. It was great. It didn't perform as well as I thought, but you know what? This is the thing, and I've done a lot of research, and so You Got Served only had two reactions in all of YouTube, so it's relatively not that it's unwatched, but it's like, all right, there's not a lot of people doing.
You gotta wait till they do the remake.
Right,
now you're ahead of the game, brother. now you're one of 3.
But you know what I noticed too is that some of my old videos, like some of the big boys, the 200,000, almost 1 million type guys, just started doing. A couple of them did Field of Dreams. A couple of them did. I want to say, I'll tell you right now, because a couple of them are doing Rambo. A couple of them doing Field of Dreams, and their traffic flowed into mine. So they did the thing, and the suggestion was go see mine at the end of their video. So I've had a huge spike in a lot of my content just across the board. So I was like, all right, You Got Served got about 57 views, which I was fine with. But like I looked, and across the board, I had like, I think it was over 10,000 views, like increase across the entire channel. And when I looked at the breakdown, it was like, oh, this one's got another 1,000, this one's got another 400, this one's got another 300. And yeah, it was the big boys were doing this one, and so they found my channel, and subscriber base is up. So I'm very happy with the performance. I saw this. The one thing I am pissed about, and I'll do a little llama rant, is I'm tired of seeing so many of those. This is my last video, or this is a major, like they make it so ominous, right? So that you click on the video and you watch it, and you get in there, and all they do is they tell you about a freaking update to their channel. If I gotta watch one more of this, I got clickbaited like 5 times. I was just like, why in the world are you? And there's 3 guys who do it all the time, and I fall for it every single time. And I'm this close to putting a hate comment on there and be like, just quit already if you're gonna quit. Like shut up and just quit. But
that's what.
But I get it.
Llama.
I know. I get it. It's for
Llama.
It's for views.
You're feeding into them.
Because again, me, I sort of pride myself on doing like honest and authentic type stuff. So when people do the clickbait, which again, I don't have a problem with people doing it. I just hate the fact that some of these big channels do it so often. It's like, come on, like things aren't that bad. Like this one guy wrote, it had to be done. And I'm like, oh shit, what had to be done? Click on it. He's like, he starts off by saying, the channel, it's really struggling. All he was doing was creating another channel. It's like, go on my gaming channel later today. And I'm like, oh, you suck. But I mean, it is what it is, man. But again, if you haven't seen it, You Got Served, go watch it. Go watch the reaction. Team America's there. Now, next week, I'm very excited. I've got From Dusk Till Dawn. I've already recorded it. I'm in the middle of editing that one. So that one is coming out hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday. And then I've got to pick a movie to record tomorrow. I'm just not sure which one. It's either going to be, I think, either Commando or Juice with Tupac. So it's quite an eclectic mix of one of those two. But honestly, I want to keep doing. I really want to keep doing some of the hood movies, some of the black movies that I've watched, like Juice and Boys in the Hood and Set It Off. All those movies that really didn't get a lot of love, but that I enjoyed. I'm going to rewatch them, and I'm going to be putting them on the channel. So give a little bit of because I can find some of those mainstream movies, but they're kind of all done. I want to do new content, which is Bertie says Juice for sure. So yeah, man,
for sure.
I mean, Juice, like legitimately, Tupac's performance in Juice scared the shit out of me. Like I didn't know, like I knew Tupac and I listened to his music at the time, but like his character in Juice, damn, I thought this dude isn't acting anymore. It's just him. So that's how good he was in that role. So, but I was young when I watched it too. So, and then Birdie, yeah, no, for sure, and he fed right into it. Birdie says he's top 500,000 in multiverse, so he's pretty good.
Good to know.
Yeah, good to know.
I'm top 900,000, so, under $1 million.
Well, like I said, I'm undefeated, so that's just I'm just gonna lay that out there. All right, what else going on this week? What's going on with you this week, AD? What you got going on?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna try to stream whenever I can. I'm still in the transition of like starting a new job, so I'm trying to get as many hours at my old job until Friday when I start the new job. So I don't know. We'll see. I got school. I got 2 A's last week on my projects, which I was excited about. I put in some work on those. So I was excited.
Right, so can we talk about your promos?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? Like both times, I think both times that you sent me your promos, or the times you sent me, I was driving. I was driving home.
I got that from the voice messages.
Yeah. So, but you know what? I love to help wherever I can. And again, I don't think I'm like the expert of anything. I just think I know what I like to hear and I know what I enjoy. So I give him, I give AD any feedback on from my perspective of hearing his work. And what was crazy is I think I gave you feedback on your first promo, and then you sent me the second one, right? Like shortly thereafter. And I'm like, damn, that's clean. That's exactly it. That's what I was talking about. And I think you were already recording it at the time, right? Like it was.
Yeah, I was I was like, I did them literally. I finished the first one and I sent it out to everybody. And then while everybody was writing it back, I made the second one. Like literally. So while you were texting me, I was making the second one. I was like, oh. So I just took everybody's feedback and then just fixed it.
Yeah.
But I've been doing it. But one thing I noticed about myself in that process was like, I want to be very good at doing them at one try. And I was like, oh, these are things I can practice in terms of like, because I could record like 3 different ones and like edit and splice the ones, but I just like doing it while like one recording. You know what I mean? Like read it all out in one recording. Like there's like a time limit. Like that's what it's dope. Like they're really teaching you like how to break these down, and like I'm writing the words, putting the sound effects and like placing everything. So I'm literally making the whole commercial. I'm sure like when you get in radio, there's probably people who like do the editing, all that, so I'm like putting it together, and that's what it was dope about it. Was like, to me, the writing experience, but then like seeing like the finished product and then like sending it out so fast, and then while you guys were like giving me the feedback, was like tweaking the other one because I had already recorded. That's why like there was like one word I messed up, but I was like, I like the read personally, like going through, and I did it in one take. So I was like, nah, we're keeping that one. Like if I fix the audio next time, because I think honestly, the more I do, I'll get better. Like I don't know what it is about this radio thing or like talking. Like I feel confident, especially now that I'm actually learning these like little minute detail. I'm like, oh, I'm getting nice with it. And like I did all 3 of the promos. Mind you, we're supposed to have like 4 weeks to do them. I did all of them in like an hour and a half. And then like I like showcased it to the teacher, and he was like, "You're really finding your voice now." He's like, it's a compliment for me, but like he really says like every time he talks to me, he's like, it's crazy because like, when I look at you, you're not talking, you're not animated, you don't know nothing. But when the mic gets in front of you, you're like a whole different person. Like, so I really enjoy seeing that. So I don't know, I just excited about it, and I like the feedback I was getting from people because it was like super honest, but also you can see like it almost felt like people were like, oh shit, like he's actually making strides in this, and like they were giving me good love out. So it's cool. It was dope. I'm excited for the next projects.
Yeah, no, I mean it was clean. It sounded great, and it was like, all right, like it, like sometimes people do a project and you go, okay, that sounds okay, that sounds fine. But it really sounded like something that should be on the air. Like that's what was exciting about it. Like when you cut that second one, I was like, okay, one, that's exactly what I was talking about in terms of the feedback that I had given you from the first one. But secondly, I was like, that's what I would hear on the air. That's what I would hear on the radio. And so it just was great. But I got to tell you, man, your piece de resistance, the one thing you played at the end, which was the video for the Mexican restaurant that you cut together, and I thought
it was like
that
that was a group project though. That one was like somebody recorded it, somebody edited it, and I did like the voice work and then the script for it. So it was like that was like an actual group project, but that one came out pretty dope. But I don't think if I would have did it by myself, I don't think it'd be that clean in terms of like how they recorded it. They're like the two people I was working with were pretty talented in their own right. So it was like perfect because one's really good at editing, one's really good at recording, and then like I'm like the voice guy. So it was perfect.
No, it was great. Like it was great, and I think I wrote you back, or I did a voice memo back, and I was like, now I'm just hungry. Like now I want to eat some Mexican food. And
it's funny because my dad said the same thing. I don't know if that's a dad joke or you guys.
No, it was effective. Where it was, sometimes you see like a commercial for like a restaurant, and you're like, it's just a commercial for a restaurant. But sometimes you see some food items, and you're like, damn, I really want. Now I'm jonesing for that.
Yeah,
that's exactly what
happened.
Yeah. There was a couple of clips of like the tacos with the cheese melted. I'm like, damn, that shit just looks really, really good. I want to check that out.
I'm definitely gonna. I haven't ate there yet, but it's close by. And I was like, after watching, because the guy that filmed it, like that's a restaurant he goes to and like lived by, and so he did like early on. We did like ad reads for like different restaurants. Like we had to do one specifically for a restaurant that we've eaten at. So it was like kind of like that, and he did that one. So I kind of been hearing about it, but like seeing the food, I get what you're saying. Like, and that was only their breakfast too. It wasn't even like their actual dinner. So I'm curious to see what their dinner looks like.
Yeah, I was excited. I thought it was great. It looked good.
Yeah,
but like question. So do you get to like sell that, or do you like tell that restaurant, hey, we did an ad for you guys, or no?
So yeah, I mean, you got to get permission to record in there, but. I don't know. So like I said, the dude knows the people, and I don't know if he's gonna like bring it to them and be like, hey, you could just post it on, on your socials, or I don't know what he's gonna do with it. Like personally, I don't really care in terms of because it could have been better. Also, that's another thing too. It's making me critique everything. Like even last night in the stream, I was like critiquing little things that like I never even asked myself before. I'm like, this has to be like the school, like the thinking, because they break everything down. But like with that one, I think we could have did a little bit better just in like certain things. Like even the music was a little too loud. But like for our first my first commercial, being a part of any commercial, is like that's pretty dope that we actually made that. It's kind of how I felt about the salmon thing, like clipping that together, editing. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, oh, this is dope, but I could see myself getting better at it. And I don't know if that's like the competitive or the cocky side of me, but it's like, oh, I could be way better at this if I just continue to take these things. Like even like what I was doing with those commercials, like I'm planning on doing them just for fun, like just picking up a concert or like old concerts and like trying to make different ones because I think it's gonna help it just in terms of like promoing. You know what I mean? I think we even joked or like talked about like doing like one for the Llama show just to like make one, you know. But it's like it's good, man. The school's honestly being really good, and it's like it put a battery in my back. It sucks that I can't stream as much because like I'm trying to work, go to school, and then stream when I can. But I know when I'm done with school and I can actually put time back into streaming, like I'm gonna be such a better creator, and like I can actually make YouTube videos and like produce them myself. It's dope.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. Like it's not that I'm uber confident about the video. Actually, no, I lie. I am confident about what I put out, and I enjoy my content. And at first I think I was insecure. I think I would text you and I would be all frustrated about video's performance and all this stuff. And then, when I listen to something back, when I am critical of it, but now I've gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, did I hit the beats I wanted to hit? And if the answer is yes, I'm happy with the video. I move on. Like, but before I would like sit there and like, oh, I could have said this, and oh, look, I spliced it here in the wrong spot. And I'm still doing that, like, but I'm doing it more from a perspective of I watch other content creators and I watch my stuff and I compare it and I go, this is clean for me. I like it. And I think it's really, really good. And then, but the only problem is I get pissed that other content creators with shitty edits and crappy cameras and, have all this, have all these followings. But again, it's the personality, it's the, it's the recognition, and they've been doing it. So it takes time.
But it also could be in tagging. The thing, like
Yeah.
your channel, I mean, I say this all the time, but your channel shows us like the trajectory of like how YouTube is such a volatile or up and down like industry in terms of just like making videos because like bro, we don't know any like you never know which videos of yours are gonna pop. You know what I mean? Like the Team America one, 1 point whatever, it's like 1.3 or 1.4K right now. And then you
Yeah.
have 54 views on you guys search. So it's like, and that was within a week, or like last week we had 50 views, and then the week before we had like 100 views on the
Yeah.
Llama show.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, but the Llama show got like they were suggesting it that episode. So it's like, how do we do that every episode? Or like what about that particular thing made it get suggested? So it's like it's just a learning process. And that's why the people who are doing it are it's one thing I always think about like baseball. It's like I gave up on baseball, and I know I always bring that up, but like I think the people who make it in anything are the people who don't give up. Like that's how I kind of like look at things now. Like, and with YouTube, it's like, or YouTube and Twitch, it's the same thing. It's like we're gonna have to do this for years, and this is something we kind of already like talked about. But it's like we're gonna have to be on the grind for years. We're gonna have to find our voice and like really find how we present our content for years before it really gets the validation it's gonna get. And then you'll see all the rest of your old videos that you don't think are as good are gonna get popping just because you put in the work now, and now your new videos are doing that well or whatever, So it's like it's just staying on track, learning every second. I mean, this whole thing's a learning process. Every week we change something new on our the Llama show, or we have conversations every week about what we could be doing better for the channel, what our future goals are. So it's just basically that, like sticking to it, finding what works for you, and the fact that you actually like getting to that point where you can release a video and be happy with it is dope. Like, cause you were, I mean, you can still hear it in your voice now when you talk about views and stuff. Like a part of you wanted to hate on the You Got Served. Like you could tell when you were talking about it, it's like it didn't get as much views, but the growth is that you're acknowledging it. And it's like, hey, I made a good video. I enjoyed it. And if it grows later on, and that's another thing too, these are all your videos have grown since whenever you posted them. They all get more views. So it's like, it might not be good now, but like if they drop the remake, people start actually going back and reviewing, your thing's gonna get suggested. You already put in a video that you did, however long.
Yeah, no, I mean you're right, and it's true. I as much as I'd like the views to be up there, it's not, and that's okay, because like I said, I feel good about what I put out. But yeah, one thing I saw, and look, we have Funsky 40. He's a guy who's recently joined us here.
What up,
Funsky says, "Hey guys," and he said UFC 270 was a shocker, and now waiting for the Islam versus Olive Oil.
Oliver. Yo, that's gonna be an epic fight card. I think honestly the next 3 fight cards are gonna be pretty good. So I'm excited to see. Like you said, it was a shock. It wasn't a shocker to me because those were my picks, but it was a shocker to everybody else and how it ended. And honestly, the emotion after, like, bro, I sent my mom a clip of him calling his mom because his mom's in England, and he's calling his mom, and he just starts crying like, "I did it," and like the thing is, people said he was boring. Like that's why he hasn't got a shot early on. Like he's on like an 8-fight win streak, 9-fight win streak. Is like at this point you have to give him a shot. He's beating everybody. But if he would have sold it a little bit more, if he would have showed more personality, he would have got the fight a lot earlier. But after this fight, when he knocks him out and like hit the way he like, that's one big thing about the UFC is like what you do with the mic after. I'm sure like that's the same thing in like wrestling. I'm sure I'm not. Like when you sell the fight, you sell your next fight. Well, one thing they always say is like when you win a fight, have your next call out ready so you can sell the next fight and get people interested. And like that was the most personality you've seen out of him the whole time he's been in the UFC. I think that honestly is going to take him to become a star where he's actually people recognize his talent. Clearly he's good. He's the only one that's taken him down, knocked him out. He's supposed to be pound for pound, and then he showed his personality. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens to Edwards, but. Hey, shout out Funsky, man.
Yeah. Welcome back, man. Thank you for joining us. So what I was saying before was, like I said, the old stuff is getting play, and I like that. So yeah, Field of Dreams, for example, which I put out months ago, so far in 48 hours has over 250 hits. Team America got another 300. Rambo, which I put out 2.5 months ago, got another 100 to 200 hits. So it's great because even though again You Got Served didn't perform as well, I'm okay with that. The other videos are performing well, and the great thing is not the great thing, but what I noticed this week, and again, I'm always studying this game. The big boys, all of them, like with the exception of two, all of them have been down for like 2 or 3 weeks. Whether it's COVID, whether it's a break, whether it's vacation, most of these channels have been down, like not posting anything, and there's serious fatigue. Honestly, because you can tell in the comments, a lot of them are posting in their community pages about not being able to get content fast enough. A lot of them are looking for editors. So I'm just going to continue to grind. You know what I'm saying? And wait for my opportunity and take advantage of the fact that some of these big guys are not putting out content. But when I'm again, that's what I've noticed is there's a lot of people just kind of taking breaks, and the grind is getting to people, and it's fine. And with the holidays coming up around the corner, people start to ramp up their shows. I'm excited. I'm excited for what the next couple of months have for my channel. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun ride for sure. And again, now that I'm not so worried about picking the movie, because that was the big anxiety I was having, is like, which one do I pick? Can I get views on it? No, I don't have anxiety on it anymore. I just pick a movie that I think is going to be good, that I think I can react to well. If I haven't seen it, if I'm interested in it, and then I go from there. So, I'm excited. I'm excited about the next couple months. So yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn, I finished. So I'm just editing, and so a lot of Selma Hayek in there, and I do give her some proper shout out. There's no real dancing llama in this one, but more scared llama, because I don't really like jump scares and scares. Thanks a lot. So yeah, man, I'm excited. And like I said, I'm going to record something tomorrow, and then I'll have 2 movies to edit, and I'll keep trying to put out 1 to 2 here and there. So really, really excited. So it's been a good week. Are you doing a post llama stream?
Yeah, after I get some food, probably. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so
it's a multi-person.
Okay. All right, so we'll check in. So medium llama or average size llama, your first night of producing, we let you talk quite a bit tonight. How'd you feel?
Yeah, don't get used to it.
Get used to it. Yeah.
This is your appearance.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I'm just happy to be here. I was just kind of hanging out and stuff and trying to help out as much as I can. But like we were saying before, it's a very long process to get, up there with everybody else and stuff. And I feel like, sometimes when you look at like the views and stuff, it's not like you don't have, 5 to 10 million subscribers, so you're not going to get so many views off the bat. But I feel like, as over time, people are going to start, checking back and looking at everything and stuff like that. So I feel like it's just a process that you just got to go through. I think that over time, I feel like someone's going to find you. There's going to be people that are going to look, just like it was before, where all those people are coming back and looking and stuff. I just think that it's going to be, it's a long process. It's definitely a long process. It's just, like AD said, it's just, are you willing to, go through with all of that? And I think the whole channel is going to do, great. It's doing great now. It's just going up from here. So I'm happy to be a part of it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. And like I said, thank you for the overlays and putting together pretty good looking presentation tonight. So thank you for that. Appreciate that. Funsky's got a quick question here before we says, are you guys watching the new South Park movies on Paramount Plus? They sucked donkey balls. What the hell is going on with the once great show? Paramount Plus, and I honestly have not been watching the South Park movies or South Park in general lately. But what I'm noticing about Paramount Plus is, unfortunately, is that the caliber of like the quality is not there. Like there's a lot of stuff on Paramount Plus that they're trying to rehash and put together, and they're having some problems with it. I think they're trying to do something very quick. There's not a lot of checks and I just my opinion. I don't think there's a lot of checks and balances with it. And they have great titles, but I think they're just trying to put out all this stuff. Plus, and South Park is reaching that milestone where it's gotten on Simpsons level, where it's like, okay, it's been out for 15, 20 years. At some point, the novelty of that show goes down, or the freshness of the show and the shock value. Because South Park has been relevant for many, many years, but the landscape, I think, is changing. I think people are just kind of like, it's not as shocking anymore. And I think that's the appeal of South Park, is how do you push the envelope and shock somebody enough to like be pissed off and want to write TV stations about it. And that's what kept them relevant. But I don't know. I mean, that's just my 2 cents on it. But I mean, what do you think, AD? I just think there's
I've
so
never
much
watched
out
South
there.
Park.
You've never watched South Park?
No, I kind of just never been interested in it. I grew up a Family Guy.
Right. Oh, I love Family Guy. I think that's the show. That's the show that I enjoy the most.
But I agree with your Paramount take, because they're remaking Teen Wolf in a movie, and it looks like they didn't bring one of the crucial characters, like one of the better characters. They didn't bring him back, and it's kind of like, oh, you guys just threw this together, because I heard about it like last year, and then they put it together. It's like, like. So I agree with your Paramount take. It's probably just trying to compete with. That's another thing too with all these newer streaming services. Like, they're playing catch up in a lot of ways to like Netflix and Hulu, and now HBO Max and Stars. Like, these things are putting out great content that are keeping people. Like, I mean, think about Stars for me personally. I only have it because of Power. Like, I wouldn't have Stars otherwise. Or HBO Max, like Insecure, and now the new show Rap Shit, or like whatever. I have these different apps for certain shows. So it's like Paramount's just trying to find that one that sticks. Like, they'll probably catch one eventually, but doing it like this kind of,
Yeah. Well, you're right. And Paramount Plus has the titles, but it doesn't have those brand new shows that people are watching. Like, Prime's got The Boys and was Invincible and a couple other shows. Each of them has their signature show. Paramount Plus has Star Trek, and it's not that great. So
I heard it was actually pretty good. I've never watched Star Trek, but I've watched reviews to see, and they said
the diehards don't like Picard. They don't like the new stuff, but that's what I've read there. Jay Birdie has a good point. Says this generation gets offended by offensive comedy. Go figure. It's true. It's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that aired many years ago can't air today, and so it's different. And so like when I watched Team America, all I kept thinking was like, there's no way they could do this shit now. Like, if it came out now, it'd be outrage, and people would be picketing the theaters. Jay Birdie also says The Offer was great, but it's a one and done show. Yeah, The Offer is magnificent. Now we
got like what, 2 episodes left?
2 episodes before we finish.
Yeah, it's really good.
Because we're trying to watch it together. That's the only reason it's taking us so long, is we try
but
to.
They're like really long episodes. There's no problem with it. They're just really long episodes to get through.
Yeah, they're good. And Bertie, we're at the episode where just after Joe Colombo gets it. Joe Colombo.
Oh yeah, right. We finished on that. Or they were going to Italy.
That's right. They're going to Italy to film. So Bertie, we know what happens. Everyone knows what happens, but the show is really great. But but honestly, you have to be a fan of The Godfather to appreciate that show.
Definitely. I mean, I feel like we need to. I definitely want to rewatch the movie again and kind of go. I wish they did that during the show. They kind of did that where they kind of go back and forth on the, from the movie to what they were talking about. Because there's some like aspects on it where you can definitely tell where it's coming from in the movie. Like, there's like big subtle stuff, but I definitely want to after like watching it. I definitely want to rewatch it and go over it.
Yes, when Marlon Brando turned that into Don Vito was immaculate. Yeah, that was it was amazing, and it was as it's described, because I've read the account of when that scene, how Marlon Brando put the shoe polish in, he does it, and when reading just that part I thought that's amazing, and then seeing it on the screen was next level. I thought that
It's
was great.
also crazy that they found in like the actors that look so similar towards
Yeah.
like the actual actors, but like the what's his name? Sonny. What's the actor's name?
James Caan.
Yeah, Jimmy Con. Yeah, and Al Pacino's actor is insanely good.
Yeah, the guy who looks just like him is.
He looks
insane.
just like him. It's crazy.
So AD, let me ask you this, man. I'm sorry. Birdie says here, I like the angle. The scene was shot and it was great. Yeah. Pacino guy, I'd love to see him in more stuff.
It's
I want to
just
see
hard
that
to
guy.
put him in other stuff. He just looks so much like Pacino. Like
Well,
I can't see him do anything else but Pacino.
So AD, I wanted to ask you, man. I mean, we've been wanting to do a watch along, so we're gonna have to set up some time to do like a live stream where we just watch a movie, maybe on the Discord or something. But I'll have to coordinate with you on that because
Yeah, I'll be down for that.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but we can get them on your Discord.
You can watch like Malibu's Most Wanted or something. One of those movies.
Yeah, and then we'll stream. Everybody who joins us, we can have them on the screen.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely get that one going. RAD, you want to close it out? What you got going on? Anything you want to announce? Anything?
I gotta pee really bad, so I love you guys. Thank you for watching. 64th episode, most consistent show on late night on Sundays. And just go check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/blackout_AD. We had a great fight night last night. I think we almost hit like 300 views, so that's one of our bigger views. We didn't get that. It's crazy tonight streaming. We hit 9 live viewers. Last night, with all the views we got, we only hit 7. So I was like, that's the same thing with like content. Like you never know what you're gonna get. It's like last night I had the most live views, and tonight I had only like 25, but more live viewers at once. So it's like that's bless. Shout out to everybody in the Discord, man. Discord's strong. Like for honestly, past like 6-7 fight nights, like 15 plus throughout the night.
I was in there the last time. There's a lot of people in there.
Yeah, like it's been growing. I mean, my Discord, honestly, I have like almost like 80 people in the Discord, like closing in on 80. So it's like from starting the fight nights to that, and then I gained like a couple followers off of it. Like one dude hit me with bits, like 35 bits. He was like,
"Oh yeah," he said that. He was like, "I don't know how to get on. Here's all my bits. Tell me how to get on."
He said, "This is all I got. How do I get on?" I was like, "Bro, just put exclamation Discord, maybe a follow." And he followed. I was like, "Let's go." So hey, shout out to everybody. Great episode tonight, boys.
Yeah. Well, listen, we'll get you off the camera. Guys, thank you so much for joining the Big Llama Show. I appreciate everybody. Remember, come back Sundays, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're on social media. Check out our social media channels all over the place. And there will be 1 or 2 movies released this week. So good look out for the channel for that. If you want to support the channel, make sure you like and subscribe.
Like that
make sure you subscribe and like AD's Twitch channel. And again, I'm the Big Llama. He's AD. Thank you, Average Size Llama, for coming in. It's the Big Llama Show. Peace out, everybody.
Later.
Peace out.